No, 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 no. Oh, what have I done? How long have I been at war? Oh, 20 years. 20 years. This has really screwed my game. How's it going, lads? Before we get into the video and into the proper intro, which is coming up in just a moment, I thought it was pretty important to let you guys know that I started this video with the dream of having a absolutely world-bendingly amazing Vijayanagar to Bharat run in a complete overhaul mod, which I thought was as close as we're going to get at the moment to having EU5 before having EU5. I don't want to clickbait you guys. I'm more than happy to admit that did not go to plan at all. However, don't click off just yet. There's a lot of fun stuff in this video. It is absolutely still worth the watch. I ended up having a 20 years in-game, 4 hours in real life, a coalition death war, where I really pushed myself to the limits, both in-game and in real life. I suffered very greatly for your entertainment over the 9 hours it took me to record this video, which at the moment is coming in at 46 minutes, but I am planning on shortening even further. So if you did enjoy my suffering, if you did enjoy this video, please do consider leaving a like on this video, subscribing to the channel so that you can see more, and definitely feel free to go down in the comments and tell me that I need to stop putting off my haircut. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Welcome back, everybody, to some EU4 content. If this isn't looking too familiar to you, what you're used to seeing when EU4 starts up, this is a mod called Victorum Universalis, with EU5 very much on the brain, and just being unable to shake how wonderful it looks, and how excited I am to actually get my hands on it. I figured playing a mod like this one, which is almost a complete overhaul, adds many thousands of new provinces, lots of development, cultures, idea groups, events, formables, all that sort of stuff. I figured this is probably the closest thing we're going to get to that EU5 experience. If you're interested in installing this mod or any other mod like it, which, like in this mod's case, is not on the Steam Workshop, as someone actually suggested to me in the comments, I'm going to be making a mod installation video, a manual mod installation video for mods that aren't on the Steam Workshop, how to actually create the mod folder and get the mod in there. If you somehow don't know how to use the Steam Workshop to mod either, then I'll briefly touch on that in that video, because it would only take a few seconds really to relate it to the general process. But this is a way that people outside of Steam can also mod as well, or again, like in this case, mods that aren't on the Steam Workshop but do work with all versions of the game. So that video will be coming soon, but I thought this was the best place to jump in with some classic content, as I will be uploading a lot more going forward. So yeah, we're going to be doing a Vijayanagar run. I want to do Bharat. It was between Vijayanagar and Mewar, but I haven't played in a very long time. I think Vijayanagar is the safer bet. Plus, I didn't want this to be a crazy long video. The other little disclaimer for people who maybe are a little bit more strict on how they like their EU4 content, a little bit more stringent on rules. I don't play an Iron Man. No particular reason. I just never have. I've got 2,000 hours in the game, and I don't think I've got any achievements. I mostly play multiplayer, so PvE with friends, so I've never had a reason to play Iron Man. The other thing is, this mod is a little bit slower than the vanilla game, but there's a lot of content, both from the vanilla game and from the mod. Tons and tons from the mod that is content locked behind certain dates, certain periods of time, certain events. And so I will be using the date command to skip forward some years here and there. I'll probably only use it probably like 2 times, just to skip like 20 years or so, once or twice. Just to get me into the later stages of the game. My idea is to play as close to 1600 as possible without actually having to do an 8-hour campaign. So I will be using that command. If you particularly have something against skipping time in game, then okay, no problem. This might not be the video for you, but like I said, I just want to be transparent with it. All I'm going to be doing is skipping some years forward, like I said, just to unlock some later content. So let's just get into it. I'm going to do my estates, and then I will explain some of the other features that this mod adds. It's not going to be too much of an informational video. It is a gameplay focused video, so I'm not going to touch too much on what the mod adds, but I will briefly go over a few things here and there for people that aren't familiar. Okay guys, so I've given out my privileges, all pretty standard stuff. I've got the governance, I've got the primacy of the Marathas and the political council for the +1 points, kind of essential. Other than that, I've just gone to get their equilibrium above 50. I gave out subject rights because it's quite useful when you're playing subjects. And other than that, I've just done development cost for the Jains, and again, just a loyalty one for the Vaishyas? I don't know how to pronounce that one. But again, just to get their loyalty above 50 so I can continuously siege land. I don't want them to have too much influence because I'm going to be conquering and I want to make back that crown land anyway. And the other thing is, one of the features of this mod is that absolutism does exist from the beginning of the game, which I do think makes kind of sense, to be fair. Absolute monarchs were very much more prevalent in the 1400s than they were in the 1700s, so it does make some sense. I do understand, though, that absolutism only exists so late in vanilla to spark the need for revolution, but that's by the by. One of the other things that's been added is different government ranks. There are, I think, 6 now government ranks as opposed to just the 2. Obviously, we start quite big, so we can immediately go up to an empire. Vijayanagar was an empire, so that's fine. This isn't our mission tree. This will change in a second, just part of the mod. You start with a vanilla one, you let the game go by, and you unlock one. I don't really like these idea groups. Well, religious I wouldn't take normally. I would have taken tolerance, but majority of the nation's Hindu anyway. I might as well get the bonuses. And the Deus Vault will be very helpful because outside of India, Hinduism is incredibly rare if we do decide to expand past that point. Quantity, I don't think I'm going to take. I'm not going to need it. It's 1444. I've already got a force limit of 37. I think I'll be fine on force limit. The development of India is really crazy in this mod because, again, they use development to represent population. I think I'm actually going to cancel quantity. Obviously, as you'll notice, you start with some idea groups because there are lots more idea groups added. So you actually start with some ahead of time. I think I'm actually going to go for logistics, which gives me lower attrition, lower costs of things, and some siege. So that might be the one I go for. I do want to be quite militaristic to begin with, although I am also concerned about governing capacity. I only have 3,350 and I'm already 998 with just this chunk of land. So I actually think dynastic and administrative together have a policy for governing capacity. Administrative is the only idea group that has governing capacity, and they actually removed infrastructure's state governing cost modifier, which is one of the things I really liked about this idea group. So Imperial has another 10%, so I'll probably take Imperial down the line, probably before dynastic. Actually, I don't think dynastic is that useful. So I think I'll take administrative first so I can get the CCR and get expanding, but obviously I'm not going to be able to afford to do that from the go. I start with a decent amount of income, so I will hire an advisor, but I don't have any money as of yet. So we're going to let the game run a little bit. Do we start with a general? No, but we'll probably get a decent one. We absolutely can. What ideas do we have? Innovative, offensive. 20% siege ability from the go. Really? Offensive, innovative. What's this one for? Religious, offensive. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. We get 2 free policies. So, do we get 2? Why can't I see my free policies? 3 policies because I've got innovative. Awesome. Wonderful. I think we're just going to go for it. We'll bump up to 2 speed, and I'm going to declare war. I'm going to declare a holy war. Immediately to war. I know, pretty ridiculously rapid start, I know, but kind of got to move. I want to subjugate one of these guys, but they've just allied each other. That's kind of annoying. I wanted to diplomatically subjugate them, but I think I'm going to have to go for the other guy. I didn't know about this. Let's get him as a general. These guys have subjugated each other as well. Okay, I've got cannons. Yes, cannons from the beginning. Lovely. What a wonderful thing that this mod gives. I'll do this. Yeah, because all of these reduce my cost of ideas. So, right, we've got some ideas. We want morale to go from the beginning. He's Canada, which is in my group, I believe. He is. Cool. Means I could promote him, but I don't think I'm wealthy enough just yet. All power cost is a great... Oh yeah, there's new advisors as part of this mod as well, and we're going to get the technology cost guy as well, because technologies are probably going to be a bit ridiculous for us from the rip. I want to subjugate these guys if possible. How far am I? I own their cause, so it's never going to happen. I'm probably going to break that alliance. Wow, I got good siege ability. Oh, I did get those 2 siege policies, didn't I? Let's actually have a look at the quality comparison. Highest siege ability of the known world to begin with. That's pretty good. Fars is also really up there. They probably got the siege ability from that event pick. I think the first event pick. Oh, another thing is your subjects turn to your colour as part of this mod as well, which I like because they go a slightly off-colour version of you. So you see there is a difference between Fars and Timurids. So a Timurid player can tell who's who. Oh lord, is that already the Timurids in? Did Afghans start with Row? They do. Never mind. Okay. Let's bump the speed up and let's try playing. No, we're never going to accept that, thank you. Right, let's defeat their armies now. Actually, no, let's not, because I don't want anyone else to take their land, so I'm going to go and siege their capital. It's a show superiority, but if I kill their army, someone else will take their land. How much can I get away with here? What I want to do is I want to trap them in a box so that no one else can take their land. I won't be able to govern all of India. The longer it takes me to conquer, the more impossible it will be to govern, because the development cost, the actual total development in India is quite massive. I mean, I'm already 1,000 development, and Jump was 500. So development is massively higher in this mod globally, because again, it's mostly to simulate population and wealth. But if you look at India on the development map mode, and don't even start with China, it's a lot. It's about 15,000 development in India, when there's about 10,000 development, for example, in Germany. So yeah, maybe not 15. That's probably pushing it, but obviously the AI will develop. They are going to be developing as much as they can. So, oh. Nice event. Not ideal. I didn't really want to sack their capital because I'm going to take it over, but yeah. Andra, sorry buddy, but I don't need you there. Are you Hindu? You're Hindu, so I don't have a Casus Belli on you immediately. And they fight hard. It was a bad place to take them on, but it's my own province, so it's better than one they already sieged, right? I mean, I don't really know, to be honest, because the defensive modifier does not seem to track. In my opinion, the defender role does not seem to track at all. Like, it's my province, but they're in control of it, so they get the defender role. But when it's my province and I'm in control of it, but they're already standing on it, they get the defender role. If it's my province and I'm standing on it, they get the defender role. I feel like sometimes the game doesn't know which one to give. Just looking at that, I might actually be able to take a lot. Is this their subject? Maybe I don't take that. Maybe I aim to full annex and get the subject for free. It depends. That's going to be a coalition already. Only of them. I think I can push this further. I'm not giving that. Sorry, my soul. Alright, if this is only going to be a coalition of them still, I can deal with the southern guys while I wait. Yeah, it's still going to only be them. Expedition. Oh wow, Ming is doing an expedition. That is something special. I need to get these guys loyal before they get support from someone. I'm going to placate them for now. Let's keep everybody loyal, really. We don't need anyone. AI has a real habit of assaulting sieges. I don't know if the mod has improved upon the AI or if the AI has just gotten better in a recent update, but they tend to really be quite aggressive in their assaults and win sieges very quickly. There's a lot of siege modifiers to be had, and the AI likes to barrage an assault. They do start with cannons. They start with very basic cannons with no combat. No real combat ability, but obviously they're excellent when it comes to siege. I could actually full annex them and their subject and get a coalition of only Malwa and Gujarat. Do you know what? That's an incredible start to this. This what was going to be a not speedrun run. Great, I've got some wonderfully big rivals. Mamluks, Malwa, Mamluks, Ayutthaya, kind of the biggest biggest person on either side of me that isn't China. Interesting. I'm going to move the capital because it's more development spread out rather than it being all stacked up in one city. I think that's a good... Oh, it's a silk city. Vijayanagar is only a citrus city. And it does have the elephant stables, which are kind of cool. It would be good to make Vijayanagar super big and have insane development there, but Yeah, my great projects would be so... Oh, I didn't look at the overextension. Awkward. It's fine. It's fine, though. I'm not bothered. I'm one of the strongest nations in the region. I am now the strongest, probably, nation in the region. So we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. And we're going to spend a bit of time building up. Okay, so that 40,000 stack is going to be an issue. I do love rebels. I do love rebels. Okay, we've got insufficient manpower. So our manpower will regenerate quicker, but our morale is lowered. It's a shame, but hey. Wow, that got a bit dicey for a minute there. That first conquest, it was like, oh wow, this looks like this mod makes it really easy. And then I just got absolutely harassed by rebellions. I know I'm not picking the most optimal battles and stuff, but, you know, I'm picking the battles I have to pick, you know. If I don't pick them, I lose. Like, I will get sieged out by rebels, so yeah, it kind of is like that. Okay. This 40k is concerning me a little bit. They've actually fully left the country. Right, let's completely end the rebellion now. Let's get stable. Now they should probably want to come back after me, I'd imagine. But I should have a bit of time before they do that. But I'm willing to bet they're going to want to cross that border again and attack me. Oh, okay, Bengal. That's fine. You just abused my alliance to just keep conquering around my allies. That's whatever, then, I guess. I'm really worried these rebels are going to come back across that border and give me a hard time, so... That's another nation who had cause on me gone, so they can't complain. Right, this is one of the great things that this mod does, is you can educate your ruler. It upgrades this trait, which starts off with a negative to have a positive, and it also will give them +1 in a certain skill. I'm going to go military for now. I don't really want to do this. I'm going to have to... Wait, that gave stability. It's so many things in that option that I couldn't even properly decide which one was the better one, because it was such a long list. Right, please. My little vassal do not assault them. Oh, they're still alive. I didn't realise they were still there, to be honest. I like that they're adding levy boats into the into EU5. I really wanted mercenary boats for this game. I like the idea that you're in a jam and you just quickly pull up some boats, hire some privateers or something. Maybe it's the Brit in me talking, but I like the idea of that. Sure, you can join. Oh, they won't join if it's a holy war though. I kind of want the holy war. They might join after the war's declared, we'll see. Yeah, I think they'll join now. No, they won't. They really won't. Okay. Okay. So usual doofus me. I was complaining about not getting any claims, and I remembered I specifically took Deus Vult, the religious ideas, for that reason, because most of these guys will either be Muslim or conquered by the Muslims, so I'll probably become a vassal of mine if I'm big enough, so that's good. I also want to explain a bit as to why, because it's probably unusual for Optimum playing EU4 vanilla players, why I took admin just because I wanted this, and why I took Imperial just because I wanted this, and why I've talked about getting Dynastic just because of the policy. It's not very optimal play. Obviously, Imperial was actually a good group other than just the A reduction. It's actually pretty good. I'll sort of slowly go through them so you guys can see what they give other than the, did I say A reduction? I meant GovCap. So it is actually a good group. Obviously, Admin is a good group. Dynastic is kind of like a budget Diplo, to be honest. But the thing is, I will be really high development when I've conquered all of India, or most of it. I'm already a great power from development without an institution, right? I will have massive armies. I take 1 or 2 idea groups. I'll have really high quality armies. I don't need economy. I don't really need military. All I need is the ability to hold everything that I want. So if I was doing a subject game, I would lean very heavily into subject idea groups, because that's the only place where I'll fall down, is the fact that my subjects are developed and they'll be disloyal, for example, right? So I just want to sort of explain that, because people watching this going, this dude's an idiot. He's taking the idea group for a single idea or for a policy. Like, does this dude know what he's doing? In this particular mod, the idea groups, you get a lot of idea groups, and they're all pretty good. But the biggest way that you suffer in this version of this mod, GovCap is the biggest drawback. They did at one point fix that and just give you way more GovCap, but then it ended up being too much GovCap, and they've pulled back on it quite substantially, and now it's not enough GovCap again. They added a bunch of development to every single province in the game, so they've added something like more than twice as many provinces of vanilla, and each province that is already in vanilla has more development than in vanilla as well anyway. So it is a situation of you need the GovCap. GovCap is your big problem. Oh no, I just got whacked. I wasn't paying enough attention. No. Okay, well, you better might as well jump in to support. I'm going to lose, but it'll cost them manpower and only cost me mercs. I didn't mean to jump in that, to be honest. Yeah, my subject is assaulting. As long as no one got stack wiped, I don't really care. Bit annoying that I had to lose that, but I will happily take the loss for a win later down the line, because it's costing them manpower and not me. I'll let my subjects re-siege, and I'm going to put my... Oh, lovely event. How did they siege that back so quick? Damn. They're above me in tech. They are actually above me in tech. What's the next? Oh, it's a combat width. That's really upsetting. So, I'm looking to take standing army, which increases the purchase cost of everything. Also increases the maintenance cost of your entire army and your reinforced cost, but gives all your troops a buff. And then when you hit professionalism high, your force limit and your... doesn't say it right now, but your force limit, there you go, your force limit and your maintenance will go up higher depending on your professionalism. So I will end up with a really strong, but smaller than usual army. But I will take quality over quantity any day, to be honest. Cool. Once I've occupied these last 2 provinces, we can piece them out with an unconditional. Right, we need to get to peace. That unconditional is... Why, Bengal? I'm literally your ally. Bro. Is Delhi in it? Delhi's not in it. And Orissa's here. Oh, we got this. Yeah, we got this. That's a strong Bengal already. 76k already? Really? You sure you want to do that? Okay. This is going to be troublesome for a little bit until my ruler comes back. Oh my... Did he just die? Why did he die? Why did he die? And I've still got the modifier. I've still got the modifier. What? Why did he die? Oh, that's so annoying. Who's in this coalition? Only 3 people who can absolutely smash me to bits. I didn't realise that. I don't have enough force limit to compare with them. And I don't really get that. I don't really know why I don't have enough force limit to compare with them. Like, Bengal's force limit is 78. But they get 51 from their provinces. I get 23 from my provinces. They're not more developed than me, so why do they get more from provinces than I do? Is it just because they're AI? Is it just because they're AI? I don't understand that. I've noticed that's really bad in Europe. Like I said, I did an England game not long ago with... I play a lot. I play EU4 with the girlfriend boys. I've made it. And she was playing Russia. And I was playing England with several colonies. It was about 1550. I had several colonies. I had lands in Germany. I held on to Calais, but I gave up the French land as the unique event in this mod where you can just give up the French land for the cost of a stability. And then I was like, yeah, that's fine. I like to play role-play and historical, so I was like, I will give up my land in France for the sake of security, sort of thing. But they had only French borders, no subjects. And I had all of the British Isles, subjects in Germany, land directly in Germany, and my allies just dishonored their call. Oh no. I'm way too rusty, it turns out. I'm way too rusty, okay. Yeah, I had all these things that should have made me have the highest force limit. I mean, I had, you know, there's several unique British government reforms that give, you know, force limit from subjects, for example. There's several of them, some unique to Britain, some not. And I had them all. And I still had less than a quarter of the force limit of the French. By 1550, the French were at 460,000. I was at like 180 for force limit. It was really one-sided. Not even slightly hiding it, and I don't know why. All I could see, they had no quantity ideas. All they had was offensive, which does give a bonus to force limit, but I also had offensive, so we were on equal terms. So I really don't know what was giving them such a big bonus, to be honest. I think it's just because they're AI, and I don't know if it's from the mod or if it's from vanilla, but it was aggressively over the top. Devs of the mod, if you are listening, and if it is something that you guys have implemented, it's too much. You need to roll it back a little bit. It needs to be rolled back a little bit. It's far too much. We don't need 500,000 man France by 1550. Like, that's really too much. Too much. I'm gonna let my enemies fight my rebels for a bit. They're all coming in through the rebel swarm, so they can fight the rebels for a bit. Anything south of that initial thing, I'll kill. Other than that, I'm gonna let them break each other down, coming for me. Oh, you're joking. They're annexing all my allies. My wonderfully loyal allies. The ones that were loyal. Orissa was one of the strongest, and they bailed. They're closing in on me. This is getting really bad now. Oh no, the sieges. I refuse. They've nearly got 100% war score, and I still refuse. I'm not peacing out. Oh, it's a coalition, so I can't peace out one person at a time. Brilliant. Right, I'm reorganizing. I'm getting everything back together, and I'm taking it slower. How have they gone over 100% war score without even occupying my capital? I don't care, because I'm already at max war exhaustion, so now their war exhaustion can go up. I actually just realised I don't care. They'll start getting rebel bombed soon, so I can just hold out because I'm a player and I know the game. We're going to slow down. I'm going to slowly start to siege stuff if I can, because they are literally throwing every single unit they have into every battle. So if I can not engage them at certain points, I will not engage them at certain points. It is such a shame, because I feel like I'm fighting the good fight here. Very soon rebels will start cropping up in their country, and it's going to be my time to shine. When it's not me getting bombed by rebels anymore, it's going to suck for them when they get to feel it. What the hell? You really gonna attack me on a fort? Really? Really? And they're gonna win? They're dominating. They're actually dominating me. I can't take many more of these. No way they're gonna win it. They were sieging. Why do I not get the siege advantage? Oh, I do. Okay. Okay. Let's go on the offensive while we have the initiative. I'm not accepting peace. You're gonna burn in rebels before I accept peace. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Like, AI does not know my resolve. I don't care. If they could look into the future at 1942 and witness London, they'd know I'm not surrendering. It's not happening. I do not care the damage you do. I will not give in. I swear. They just throw everything all at once. Sometimes it's so bad, but when they have the numbers and they have the tech, they just throw everything all at once on top of you. There's like no strategy in it at all. Okay. How am I higher than 120%? 60 to battles. Ugh. I need to start turning it around, really. They're running out of manpower, so it's starting to turn in my favour. Ish. They still outnumber me, they still out-tech me, but... Oh, wow, that's really fast. Who have they got on that? What? Who have they got on that siege? Alright, I'm going back and I'm letting my guys replenish. Because you know what? I'll trade them. They can fight in my south for a bit, and I'll go and siege their land. How's it going, guys? My game crashed, so I stepped away. I thought about my life, and I decided we're back. I've been in this war for over an hour, so things aren't good. I've been trying to pay down my war exhaustion as much as possible, but I've resorted to just saving up as much as I can to try and pay it off. War, I thought my game was going to crash there. I've really, like, unsieged myself pretty well here, to be fair. Considering they just disappeared off home, though, I don't know why they did that. I don't care, because it has been the only reason I'm alive. But if it wasn't for that, I'd be in a big bit of bother. I'm still looking at rebels, though, soon, so... We're back up at max, so, like, I'm not going to be able to keep it under max. Right, unsiege yourselves, boys. Kill Gujarat's army. They can't peace out because they're co-belligerent in they're part of the thing, but I mean, I don't know where Jampur is, but they're not here, so I'm gonna try and make the most of it. I'm gonna try and make the most of it. I'm gonna clear these guys out of my southern section, and I'm gonna put a block on the north. Where have you gone? You've got no men. Did I kill his army? Did I kill his army? What? No way did that happen. No way did Jampur go bankrupt. No way. No way. No. There's no way. There's no way Jampur just went bankrupt and deleted their whole army. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's just a beautiful moment. Delhi is still a big... Oh, they're all with the Timmies. Yeah, okay. 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 Is it a comeback? It's literally years fighting this fight. Oh dear, what it's so painful. It's so painful. Delhi is still throwing everything they got at me, even though they're currently in a more pressing war, shall we say. That's not a good thing for me either. The Timurids coming in is not a good thing for me. It's a big Timurids. It's a big Timurids that will probably form the Mughals. Actually, if I take this, I can slow the Timurid advance. Oh, no. No, I can't. They're still sieging ridiculously quick for a bankrupt nation. Hello? Ha, you suck. Cool. I got a gain out of it, lads. Actually got a gain out of it. It's still getting beat by a bankrupt nation, mind you, but it's fine. But now's the time to win battles and pull it back, really. If I can get Jampur under full siege, then we're okay. Am I still trying to call this? I've been trying to call this for the last, like, 20 years in game. I didn't even get to do any time skips. That's how aggressive this game has been going for me. It's how over the top this game has been. I love how Jampur's still sieging me with no morale. I'm losing to a bankrupt nation. It doesn't get lower than that. The fact that I've survived this long is something to be proud of, I guess. I'm still alive. I mean, I'm struggling, but I'm still alive. I'd hate to see what the rest of the world's doing. This is why if Europeans decide to turn up, we're in big trouble. Because we can't stop fighting each other. For 5 minutes, we can't stop fighting each other. Just full siege him, because I'm too big to full siege right now. I'm in too prime a shape for him to full siege me, you know. I got so many problems to sort when I'm out of this war. Including that. That's a real issue. Do you know what? War reparations would be amazing. Starting to slowly peel myself back together. It's not feeling good at all. I'm still surprised no one's attacking Delhi. Like, why did the Timurids accept peace? I don't get it. Surely that Delhi didn't enforce peace. Jampur's got an army again. What? How have they bounced back? They were bankrupt just a second ago. The fact that no external powers have shown any interest in this is wild. They have lost far more than me, though. I've really made them suffer, which makes me feel good, actually. I have, without a doubt, earned a victory here. I think I'm going to take some stuff, because it's been so long, even they don't care about my aid. How long have I been at war? Oh, 20 years. 20 years. This has really screwed my game. Oh my. What an ordeal that was. Yeah, I said I wouldn't do another annexation, but I've done another annexation. Sue me. We're doing it for the prestige, boys. What a legendary vassal. Okay. They seized that literally just in time. I don't even care, it's a bad battle, but I just want them stack wiped. They can't retreat. They shouldn't be able to retreat. They're going to retreat. They're going to retreat? Where are they going to retreat to? Oh, to there. Never mind. The vassal's on it. Okay. I'm still annoyed that Sind, for some reason, won't unconditional. I don't know why they won't unconditional. Like, they are done. I mean, they have 13 boats. I can go and sink them now. If I sink these 13 and they immediately unconditional, I'm going to be very disappointed. 13 boats should not be the difference between them surrendering or not. Their whole land mass is occupied. Right, Sind is now unconditional, so you can now be my vassal. And you can like it. Right, that is where I'm going to end that one, because that has actually been a lot more than I was anticipating on doing. In fact, yeah, no, I'm going to end that. I'm going to end it there. I'm not going to do any more, because if I do another time skip, it will basically put jump or down to low war exhaustion. It'll make my war a bit too easy. At high war exhaustion, it'll make my war a bit too easy. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give them a chance to actually fight this war, though. When I say give them a chance, I'm going to turn them inside out. They don't have a say in it. I'm gonna utterly destroy them. But you know, this has been a cool campaign. If you do want to see more, please do let me know down in the comments below, or if you're in the Discord, message in the Discord to let me know. Feel free to @ me. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. You can find links on my Twitch. I think there is a link on my YouTube banner as well. But until then, guys, until we next meet, have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and hopefully you guys enjoy the next one. Take it easy.